Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen. The latest Alpha 3.13.0 RP2 patch has fixed somewhat of a major long-term bug. Vehicles should no longer fall through ship elevators at the end of the animation. Well, that seems just like a little bug patch note. What's going on there? Why is that good? Well, really this means that you can now carry vehicles much more stably and reliably than you ever have been before. Do you want to run a rock in the back of your Nomad? Well, you can now. You want to have a vehicle in your Connie that actually sort of lands with it and you can put it back on your Connie, on the elevator. Other ships that are big and small, they can use that to move vehicles around now consistently and appropriately without the game, bugging the hell out and going a bit crazy. This has the effect as well that the sort of vehicles in ships aren't overly janky either. They're not sort of moving around, they're not jittery. It is genuinely a fantastic bug fix to something I thought was going to be a longer term issue. This should see people using ground vehicles a lot more readily in 3.13 once it's gone live. It's also good for the fact that the Hercules, Starlifter, C2 and M2 and the Tonk are all coming later in the 3.13 cycle. You don't want them to not be able to be used properly. Having a Tonk jank out and around and drop out of a Hercules Starlifter like a bomb is probably not ideal. There are other fixes in this patch as they push towards a live build as well. So in this R patch, we saw opaque fog. It was no longer in the cockpit of ships when you're around Lagrange points and gas clouds. Getting out of a P-52 or P-72 as it's undocking from the Constellation should no longer prevent players from entering the ship again. The cost to refuel quantum fuel and the cost to refuel hydrogen fuel should now no longer be incorrect. Hologram advertisements at Area 18 should no longer be able to be seen through walls. They fixed an issue causing the cityscape around ArcCorp planet's surface to have an intense blur effect. The Argo cargo should now be able to be taken off from landing pads. Chairs in the dining area of the Reclaimer should no longer be placeholder models. They also fixed 2 client crashes and a main thread deadlock. There are still some known issues though. The customizable nameplates don't appear on the Carrack Expedition version of the ship. It's pretty minor. Rarely, the ASOP displays as unable to spawn a ship at this time and could fine players for spawning a ship if there's already one on the pad. Now, that's obviously quite a major problem, but it does happen quite rarely as far as I'm aware. On landing pads, trolleys are unable to be pushed up or pulled up the entryways, cargo ramps or elevator ramps, but they're no longer super deadly. Docking with a moving ship, so the P-52 of 72 trying to dock with a Connie, yeah, if it's moving, it will jank and it will sort of like cause a big pause and then jump to a big snap. Wallace Klim can spawn away from his table facing the wrong way and floating. Trolleys found in Area 18 hangars are clipping through the floor, removing functionality. Players can spawn facing the wrong way at the start of a match or after dying in Arena Commander. And the Eclipse spawns with cockpit canopy ladders open with the ladder and the interactions broken. So, Cloud Imperium should probably be doing maybe one more PTU patch. And then that's likely to be a release candidate. This is sort of like pushing towards release candidates for the live build at the moment. Hopefully, we'll see some of those other issues that they mentioned fixed. However, as I said, they're either minor or quite rare. I would expect to see a live build this Thursday or Friday this week, very likely. It makes sense because they're going to want to sell the Rock DS and get all that sort of stuff planned. They like releasing live builds where possible on a Thursday, and so I would expect to see that here. It's also possible, I suppose, that another blocker or some instability could turn up, but the patch is looking quite good at the moment. But what do you think? 3.13, is that shaping up to be a solid stability and accessibility patch? And if you agree with that, is that enough? Or do you think they should have had a lot more content in this 3.13 cycle? Will you be using ground vehicles in 3.13, or do you not really see much function for them yet? Are you playing in 3.13 in the PTU? What are your experiences? When it comes to the 3.13 cycle, do you think we're going to see an amazing event from Fleet Week? Do you think we'll see the Nine Tails lockdown? When do you think we'll see 3.13.x with the other additional content for 3.13 being the Hercules Starlifter, C2 and M2, the Nova Tonk, spawn lockers, and and ship-to-station docking. Whatever your thoughts, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Do you have questionable taste in anime? Do you not want internet pirates looting your internet search history? Do you want a way to have more accessibility to the internets from more countries? Or is your security and privacy important to you? Well, get NordVPN. I shill for them, and you should use the code BoredGamer or the links below for a discount. Try it out. It's like a fleet of escort ships making sure your internet experience doesn't get griefed. We have the April ship giveaway as well for a Mercury Star Runner. The ship is extremely multi-role and should be part of any budding citizen's fleet. All you need to do to be in for a chance of winning one is comment on any of my videos made during the month. A random commenter will take that prize. These giveaways and the wider channel content are made possible by people that go the extra mile by becoming a Patreon or a YouTube channel member with that join button and the links below. And me and Zin, the editor for the channel, are now trying to put out regular exclusive content as a thank you. We'll also be asking you in those videos to help shape the channel with making decisions about what content we do and how we do it. Please consider joining if you're really enjoying the content. It really does help. Take care, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe for more Star Citizen content, and I'll see you in the verse.